What's up, guys? Welcome back. So you remember last episode we left off with the tank bar. So today we're gonna do the tank plate. Really don't have a lot left to do on the bike. We gotta go build a wheel real quick. I'm not the best at it, so I'm gonna just time lapse you through it because it'll literally take me 2 to 3 times to get that wheel done. So I don't know why. I've done them before, but I feel like as soon as I build it, something happens, I gotta take it apart, build it again, blah, blah, whatever. Anyway, a new wheel came in, but for some reason, F&R was where I get wholesale stuff from, and if I'm doing a cheaper build or a simple build, and their wheels are in stock, I'll buy their wheels just because they're simple. But they keep sending me, the front wheel that they're sending me has a rotor hub, and it makes it too wide, and same issue as before. But what I found was that if I took that wheel apart, I was able to use the spokes from the higher side. The side where the rotor was actually wider than the other side, so it made the spoke a little bit shorter, and I already had a hub. So I took both wheels apart, and I'm gonna put those together. Fingers crossed, should work. Might have to shave some spokes down or whatnot. But anyway, let's grab our aluminum. We need to go get some scrap off of this box I have sitting out here. Figure out the center section of what it is we're gonna do, and then get the aluminum cut out, make some brackets, I got some nuts and bolts and washers, and let's go. So tank plate's done for now. Still got some stuff to do, but you get the idea. Here we go. So hopefully you guys commented on the last episode as far what you wanted to see on this tank. If you commented below, and we had enough of them, majority rules. That's what we're gonna do. I think I'm done for the day. We'll get back on this tomorrow because we've still got a lot of work to do, and it is massively hot down here. Feels like 100 degrees. I'm pooped. So. All right, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Hey guys, I am so sorry for the interruption, but if you could you click that subscribe button for me? Also, turn on your bell notifications. That way you catch all the content as I post it. And if you want to check out anything early, head over to my Instagram. I post things there probably quicker than you're going to see them here. Thanks, guys. wheel's done. Super true, super awesome. I am gonna give a big thanks to Jim's Bicycle Shop for knocking this out for me because I couldn't get it true. This is my rack that I use to true the wheels with, and it's just a cheap thing and it doesn't really do what I need it to do, but sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. If it takes me longer than an hour to start getting this, it's easier just to pay a few bucks to have a professional do it. Looks really good to go. Now one thing I do have to do is, remember my idea was that I was going to use the spokes from the other wheel on each side. So if you guys can see here, this is a hub that came with this wheel. This hub takes a disc brake. I'm not using a disc brake, and the hub's too wide. It uses a bunch of extra nuts on the outside here in order to get this to be centered, and that's what was making the wheel off-centered. Well, you can see this end here is bigger than this end here, so my idea was when I ordered the wheel and they sent me the wrong one again, that this was about the same width as this here. This was just a little bit smaller, like right there. So I thought, well, I'll take both spokes from each side here and it should work here. Here's what happens. So what'll happen is you will get a little bit of, and I'm not sure if the camera will focus on it, let's see. Well, whatever. You'll get a little bit of poke out from the spoke. And what you'll need to do there is cut that back. And you still have plenty of thread on the inside. What you'll do is just trim this until it's flat. Other than that, you're never gonna have to touch the wheel again. And once you're done with that, the wheel's good to go. Lining on, tire on, done. There you go. On, looking good. Wheel spins perfectly. Everything's in line now. I was having an issue on the other wheel where when you would look down the center of the frame, the wheel wasn't centered with the frame. The wheel was off. So what it was doing is it looked like it was going this way, which freaked me out. I thought I twerked my head, twerk. Thought I tweaked my head tube and that it was at an angle. And I couldn't figure out why, because it was in the jig when I did it. So luckily, no, it was just that wheel. The way this hub was, the way I took the bolts off of it, it was actually making everything back out. So since it was backing it out, it was turning the hub a little bit. So, good to go, fixed. Comment below, guys, should I run the brown tires or I've got some brand new black ones. They're both the brick style wheel or tire. They look like little bricks, so I got those for each one. Let me know what you think. I'm really decided on painting it this way, but I've got so many color options in my head that I think I could do with this that will contrast that, not as crazy, and still give it a really cool look. Maybe go with like that olive green that flops kind of green to gold. How cool would that be? Also, I went ahead and I did order a motorcycle fender from Lowrider. They had them on sale for like 35 bucks, so I was like, I had to do it. That fender, wherever it went, is super tweaked and didn't really like the look of it. The motorcycle fender is a little more girthy, gives it some more dimension, so I went ahead and ordered that. It'll be here Monday. And center tank needs to get bracketry to go on, and then we've got to order some of the nuts that I like to use. Order some of these up here, but I think I'm going to order them in like either a green or a gold. And these allow the Allen key to sit down inside of there. So those are cool. So I gotta order some of those up too. All right, let's get on to making some brackets so we can mount the tanks. see the fender came in. Super cool. It's gonna fit really, really well. So I picked up some of these bungs right here, and this will allow me to just lock it right into place and then attach the fender to this bung. This bung will be on the lower part of the bottom of the frame. We'll weld that one on. And then we're gonna make an upper support brace to weld the other one on. So like any other fender I did, I do need to make clearance for the chain. This one doesn't need to be too bad, so we're just gonna section out this area right here. Not that, I'm gonna have to fill that hole, but I only got that hole to fill and those 2 holes to fill right there. All right, I think what I need to do before I do any more of the fender is go ahead and get the tank mounts ready for this. We're gonna need to break this thing down. Let's break it down like this. Hey-o. All right, all broken down. You can see how bad our humidity is here in Florida. If you can get any of this, like how much rust already starts to form. Just surface rust, so not that big of a deal, but it's still pretty bad. And that's just, I'm pretty sure that's from where I touched it with my hands. So it leaves your grease behind from your hands after you've cleaned the metal. But yeah, wow, that's gonna be something. Oh well, take this off. I'm gonna clean my bench off, lay it down, get ready to start making frames. Alright, you guys seen me do brackets before, and we're doing them again. But I went ahead and I already got them all knocked out. So you got your front upper brackets here. They're going to go on something like that. We've got our smaller tabs that are going to go up here and on the bottom. And then we've got our back tab. That'll go on something like that there. All I got left to do is just put holes in the upper brackets here. But we want to see where we're going to place those. I'm going to call it for tonight, guys. I'm going to knock this out. You guys have seen me do this before, so I'm going to go ahead and finish it up. I was away on vacation, so that limited our time here together, and I apologize. But I got to take vacation with the family, and that will limit my time in the shop. And trying to put out 2 videos a week, that's tough stuff. So knocking this one out here, I'm going to go ahead and get these welded brackets on, so when you guys come back, the tank will be on. Figure out what we're going to do with the tank, if we're going to leave it plain, if we're going to add some spice to it. And we got to get the fender done. So we've got to make a mounting bracket for the fender. We've got to make a support tube. So here to here, so that the fender has somewhere to mount, plus mounting at the bottom. So we'll knock that out, and we'll just do that next episode. That way we have something else to look forward to. And I think my wife's surprise bike is supposed to be back, like maybe this week. So we'll get to see that too. That'll be another whole series, putting that together and getting that all finished up. But all right, guys, remember, like, comment, subscribe. Stay tuned for more. See you next week. Or see you soon.